Hi, friends. Let me know when we're back. We are so back. We're so back. Everything's fine now. Look, everything's fine. Well, my cursor isn't on screen, but other than that, everything's fine. Yeah, see? Everything's gravy. Everything's moving fine. It was that stupid Alienware update, and then apparently Steam had an update too. Back we are, no choppiness. Everything's good. And I'm back to my previous resolution. It was literally just Alienware hijacked it, and now we have an ad break starting. Good. Good. Alienware hijacked it and said I had to restart the computer. Yeah, so we'll just pretend that this is the beginning of the stream. So thank you guys for showing up today. Happy to see y'all. Hope you're having a great day. Heltar, Robo, Bearclaw, newcomers. Appreciate you. Thank you, Heltar. We are having fun. No pizza today, but we're having fun. Shit. Speaking of, I forgot I'm making bread today. I gotta go check on it. I totally forgot. I should have done that a second ago. We're never gonna play this damn game. I'm gonna go BRB. I'm gonna go BRB real quick. Check on the bread. You can do some shout out clips if you like. We'll get to some. No, it's okay, Heltar. You're good. Pick the option to not automatically update software. I do on everything else. On everything else there is, but this is the first time that I've seen Alienware Command Center take over and do something on its own. So that will be my next step, is to make sure that that doesn't update anything. Like literally Windows updates are turned off. All that stuff is turned off. I guess there's not a application specific one. No, unfortunately not a euphemism today, though I guess it also could be. Maybe both? Alright, feel free to do some clips. I'll be right back.
Pulling out is never right. You always come inside. Pulling out is never right. You always come inside.
All right.
What? How am I supposed to? Won't let me in. Whoa! That's why we don't go to Grandma's for Christmas anymore, guys. So.
Okay. Let's do it. The death is coming, and this will definitely be the last time. Just.
So that didn't happen.
like sprinkles and stuff in them. They're great. I prefer them good. I prefer them in my mouth. Mmm. It was. Yeah, move. Mmm. Papa, where'd it go? You end up getting a reward. Go streamer.
And Claw comes back just in time for another ad break. Today is really a day, man. It really is stacking up to be a day. Let's snooze that just for fun. Okay. Stream Raiders. Wow, that does go back. Is that still around? Stream Raiders still around? I don't even know if it is. Oh, dear. Okay. You want to try to play the game? You can give it a shot. Full otaku. Otaku? Let's try to play the game, shall we? Oh, Lord. Lord almighty. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted from not doing anything today. Hello, Heltar. Welcome back, bud. Alright, let's go talk to Joe again for the 12th time. Oh, look how fast everything is now. This is much better. Can we go fast enough to catch up on the last hour and a half worth of missed gameplay, though? Probably not. Sorry, it's trading post closed indefinitely due to the drought. Who says I'm here to trade? I'm new here. What can you tell me about this town? Don't you give me that Kojima card. There's no Kojima card here. I can't be Kojima'd. Until we play a Kojima game, which I probably never will on stream. Cursor Slaughterhouse. Now, I'm going to run through this quick because we did this yesterday. He's just telling us where stuff is, bed and breakfast.
Alright.
Yep, Slaughterhouse. Hammer beef. Tell him about Trading Post. Well, we're here. We're at the tannery. I'm not going to remember any of this, so we're just going to have to find it. It's that big white building in the middle of town. That's the church. Ask you a few more questions? I'm looking for a thing. I'm looking for the Gek. What do you want for the information? We tried doing the strong arm tactics and stuff before and it didn't work. He's just like, well, I'm just not going to tell you where it is. If you hadn't noticed yet, our little farming community has got a drought. You know I can't make it rain, right? I'm listening. He's going to tell me about a ghost farm. Go on. What happened? Sorry, we're just skipping through this, but we already read it on Monday. What do I get out of this? Make it rain. Lead. Yeah. I'm not geared up enough to try that. That's one of the reasons we're here, is to try to get some better gear. We tried killing a few people for a Salga back in Denver, and it did not go well. We barely survived the trip out here, to be honest. Barely. Okay, seal the deal, cut off your right pinky finger. So this worked last time, but then we chose a sarcastic outcome, and he got mad and pulled a shotgun on us. Let's do it. You gotta be joking. I'm not gonna cut the finger off. I'm desperate, not stupid. Now, do you want the job or not? So it must have been a speech check last time. Shit. It must have been a speech check last time when we just happened to pass it. And he started to cut his finger off. We had three options. We could have been like, we could have stopped him and be like, nope, just kidding. Just wanted to see if you were serious. We could have let him do it and then been like, okay, I'll agree to fix your stuff. And here come the ads again. Or the one that we chose was now saute it in a pan with some oil and garlic, make it real nice. And that's when he got pissed off and pulled a shotgun. So I guess we passed a speech check last time, and this time did not. So that's neat. We can snooze, but it's only for 5 minutes, so just let him run. There's not much you can do. Unfortunately, yeah, Twitch really wants to push ads, so we'll just let him run. That's okay. Thank you though. I'll do it. Where's the farm located? Farm's about, okay, this is new now. Farm's about a day's travel northeast of here. Pulls out a map, points to a spot northeast of Modoc. Modoc? I thought it was Mondoc. Let him cook. Yep. Come back when you found something. All right, bye. Let's save it. Modoc. Oh my god, this is so much better than it was before. I thought it was Mondoc for some reason. Let's look around here. You got a chair. You got shelves. Let's check these shelves, bud. What are you doing? I'm checking your shelves. You got nothing on your shelves. The hell kind of trading post is this? You're back. What'd you find out? I'll be back when I have more to report. Let's see what he's got. Okay, so he's got dynamite, 10mm rounds, and rope. And that's freaking it. So, I feel like we're either going to need rope to lower ourselves down a well or something. Isn't it? Or an elevator shaft, right? Didn't we use a... We used a rope on elevator shafts in the past. Didn't we use it on a well or something like that? Maybe we just repaired the well. Oh well. Is that right, Rambo? Yeah. Dynamite, 10mm bullets, and rope. I think we already have rope too. Ooh, wait, maybe... He doesn't have any caps, does he? Yeah, no caps, bud. Let's see if we can find some better merchants. This guy sucks as a trader. Oops, wrong thing. Hold on. I really wish there was just like an exit screen out of these. It's fine. Let's go see what else we got laying around. Really? Guys, let me out, please. Dear my own people, let me out of the building. Move. Move more. Thank you. Why do they not just have a passive nudge in there? Can't hear rope and not think Boondock Saints? Yeah, rope. Rope. You have to say it like that, though. Rope. Oh, hey, it's a church. Without a steeple. Carl used to live at the ghost farm. Now he probably haunts it. I say that to all the strangers who walk in my church. Can we talk to him? I've been to the ghost farm. It's scary. All right. Thanks for your help. This is a nice wooden podium. There's a teleprompter screen built into it facing the speaker. Huh. Can we use it? This is our church. It doesn't have a steeple, but if you open the door, the ghouls ate the people. It's the saddest church I've ever seen. This is our church. It doesn't have a steeple, but open the door and the ghouls ate all our people. Damn gobs. Alright. Alright, we got Brahmin. And a wolf. And goo. Is that a wolf? That's just a dog. That's just the dog claw. Normal people say that's a nice dog. Here we pray while not fully vested. Most of the congregation is being digested. They got a really nice sign for the slaughterhouse, though. Slaughterhouse sign's nice. I wonder if this is the 5th one. Where is my character? What are you doing? Get over here. Need some neon? Yeah, that's how you know it's... That's how you know it's active. Can you slaughter this Brahmin? According to the tag on its collar, its name is Bess. Aw. Oh, it's injured. Can we heal it? First aid skills won't help heal this poor Brahmin's broken leg. How about doctor skills, bud? You know what? Let's save it first before we accidentally kill this thing. Bess. I got a French ad for a power company. Very useful. Very, very useful. We've gotten a lot of Spanish language ads lately, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Neon open. Yeah, apparently. Or, in this game's UI, neon means active. Baguette, your power now. What is that? Wait. Baguette? Get? Like get? Baguette? I got nothing. Fun fact, the majority of power supply generated in France is from nuclear power plants. Heltar knows a thing or two. About a thing or two. That's okay, I've done worse. Let's doctor up this Brahmin. They always trick me. It always makes me think I'm going to do something. We don't do anything. You fail to heal the crippled right leg, you fail to do anything. You fail to do any healing, you failed at everything. Alright, we can't do squat for this Brahmin. Feed it to the dog. Excuse me, sorry about that. Heltar is nuclear powered, yeah. Ooh, boy. Do I want to go in this place? I am like on the killing floor here. You see blood with bones. Check it out. You see nothing out of the ordinary. You sure? Because it's blood and bones, bud. Sulik's just going to walk through there like no big deal. So there's nobody to talk to at the slaughterhouse. You see a wooden wall. No, I want to look at these nudie pictures on the wall here. I don't know what they are. So there's nobody to talk to at the slaughterhouse, which I find a little strange. Oh, look at all this goo. Plants are growing out of the goo. I guess we're technically all sort of powered by nuclear power. Alright, well there's nowhere else to go here, so let's just go northeast. Look for that farm. Will you please, game? Can we check this car out? Wagon? Caravan wagon converted from the wrecked remains of an ancient automobile. Try to be powered by other things. Like pizza. Byproduct of fusion, actually. I mean, if you go back far enough, right? Mayonnaise an instrument? I'm sorry? I don't even know. I don't even know how to... My parents fusioned? Oh, God. There's a lot going on. We got a lot going on today. In every room of the house. Yeah. Yeah. Just like in DBZ, they do the fusion dance. Jean? Ha! I'm gonna need... Hold on. Wait. Is this the same guy we talked... Does everybody just have the same thing? It's a SpongeBob joke. Oh, I didn't get it. I'm sorry. Is mayonnaise an instrument, though? How does one play it? Also, does Miracle Whip count? How do we feel about Miracle Whip? It's really divisive. A lot of people really hate it. It can be. An instrument of destruction. You see an old man, he makes a prune look fresh. Only if you're Patrick Star. Does Patrick Star like Miracle Whip? I've always liked Miracle Whip more than mayonnaise. I can't do mayonnaise. It tastes blech. I gotta do Miracle Whip. It's not even hot whip. Though, hot Miracle Whip, that's not bad. Miracle Whip is proof there's no loving God. Maybe that's why I like it. That tangy whip. The whip. I didn't steal the watch, so stop coming over here and harassing poor old Farrell. This is Farrell. Whip made her sandwiches. We were, you know, on our toughest days, I would come home and there was nothing but Miracle Whip and bread. Interesting. Nothing but Miracle Whip and bread. So I would make Miracle Whip sandwiches as a kid coming home from school sometimes. What's up, bud, in this happy morning? Also, hi, Alex Gravity Butterfly from Namibia. How did you fly here? It doesn't matter anymore. Clap. Did you clap on that butterfly? Did you mush that butterfly, bud? Stockholm Syndrome? Yeah, you could probably say that. That is not the reading rainbow I'm used to. Butterfly from Namibia. How did you fly over here? Doesn't matter. They say other butterfly things. They do. Smashed. He would be mad. He'd be very upset. He might actually just be upset right now. What can you tell me about MODOK? I guess it's MODOK now. I thought it was Mondoc for some reason on Monday. Wait, watch? What are you talking about? Everybody's accusing me of stealing my best friend Cornelius's gold pocket watch. Me and Cornelius have been friends as long as I can remember. I would never take his watch. I've searched everywhere hoping to find it so we can be friends again, but I've had no such luck. I'll be around for a while. If I come across it, I'll let you know. Show literally starts off smack talking the butterfly. It does? Butterfly in the sky. I can fly twice as high. You're right. Take that, butterfly, you piece of shit. I can do everything you can do twice as good. By reading. The power of reading. I can't actually do anything, but I can read about it. Yep. A lonely white mouse lost his virginity in a barn. This feels Mulder adjacent. I'm actually kind of worried about Mulder. I'm a little worried. All these alt accounts, either created or dug up from past things, just to come in and say nonsense. I'm worried. So you're saying you can go twice as high, but literally only by reading. Yeah, it's a great empowerment for introverts and nerds like me, where I was just kind of like, I can't do anything outside, but inside where I can read, I can do anything. Inside my mind palace, I can do anything. I am all powerful. I'll be around a while. If I come across it, I'll let you know. I can go anywhere. Budness gets it. Superpowers for indoor kids. Hell yeah, Tiffy. That's still what I like doing. I'm still an indoor kid who likes to express superpowers through writing. That's what I do. Put that book down. Let's see what you really got. Come outside and touch grass. I don't know why that butterfly has a smoker's voice. But I like it. Butterfly just chomping on that cigar. Let's see. Would you really? Nobody will help me because they think I stole the watch. It'd be nice to have somebody on my side for once. Heard. I've already questioned everyone about it. It won't hurt to ask everybody again. Maybe they'll tell you something they wouldn't tell me. Also, won't hurt to poke your nose around Rose's bed and breakfast. Cornelius is notorious for putting stuff down, forgetting where he put it a minute later. Can I ask you some more questions? Also, I think we can get our money back and stuff from Sulik now, because I don't think we're going to have any pickpocketing little shit kids anymore. Now what? This guy's so upset. Why is he so upset? Tell me about MODOK. Small community of farmers and ranchers supply most of the food for the surrounding towns and cities by trading our crops or various essentials. Actually, a very nice arrangement. However, this could all change with the drought. We barely keep ourselves fed, let alone have surplus to trade. Let me ask you some more questions. Now what? What do you do around here, old man? Only Den has kids that rob you? Thank you, that's good. So much hateration, holleration in this dancery. I'm trying to ask him that, and he won't respond. He's foot loose. Mostly I putter around in the garden trying to make those damn plants grow without water. Can't do that now, because something big has moved in, and I read too fast. Moved in, I can't seem to get rid of it. Top it off, nobody will help me because they think I stole Cornelius's gold watch. Yeah, I know, I get it. Thank you, Mel. We'll find out. We'll see if there's more. I gotta ask him some more questions. Ooh, you know what? For a price. Look around, just poor old man. Barely afford to keep myself fed, let alone reward you. I'll help you anyway. That would be wonderful. I can't thank you enough. No! Garden's a little ways east of here. Come with me, I'll show you. He's gonna kill me and eat my bones. Ah, shit. He's gonna kill me and eat my bones, chat. He's gonna kill me and eat my bones. Bone garden. Alright, what do you got? I was trying to go to Rose's, but whatever. It's fine. What do you got? A rat? Hold on.
What you need?
Tell me about the spirits.
Be willing to talk. What you want? Still waters don't run at all.
Thanks, Sulik. Great. Are we sure he didn't steal the gold watch? I'm not convinced. We'll ask around. Maybe he did. Alright, what do we want back from him? I feel like I'm going to give you these. All these. We kept the 10mm, so I think we have... Do we have the 10mm handgun still? I might have it equipped. So we actually don't need anything from him. Let me get this money back, though. Excuse me. Sorry. Damn, he's holding a lot of stuff. I forgot we had all this stuff. A ceiling fan in our inventory. This flower. We have a flower. We have a few of them. I don't know why I don't know why I'm carrying them around. We have a few of them. Yeah, it's a flower. We got a bunch of stuff that, like, I don't know what to do with it. Let's trade that. The reading rainbow stuck in your hand. Not my fault, bud. Not my fault. Oh, we do have our gun. Okay. We're good. We're good. Let's pop a stim pack in here instead of a strong kick. Just in case we gotta fight these rats. Where'd he go? Ooh, you know what though? Do I want to waste ammo on rats? Probably not.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Why is his voice so high? Oh, never mind. I guess we're in it. I guess we are in it. I think I would rather stomp him than shoot him. We do have a fair amount of... You know what? It's fine. Yeah. See how Tom Brady regrets doing his roast? I saw that. It feels like he didn't understand what a roast was to begin with. Damn, these rats are chunkier than I thought they would be. Maybe it's a good thing we kept the gun on. Why are these rats so tanky? I'm actually kind of scared. Did you shoot Sulik? Let's reload this. Sulik just got shot for 38 hit points. We're gonna reload this. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Alright, let me catch up real quick. It's on the game, Gulo. Yeah, I don't understand the his reaction to the roast. It's kind of like, why did you sign up for this? And also, have you never seen one before? Do you not know what this is? He thought they were serving turkey. Didn't realize he was a turkey. They carved him up. They carved him up, Budness. More about how it affected his kids. In what way? Because it just gave people more ammunition against his kids? Or what? Or was that his excuse? His excuse was like, I'm a big tough guy. Nothing bothers me. But don't you mess around with my kids. I don't think anybody was. Were they? Yeah, it sounds like an excuse. Did any of the roasters go after his kids? Like in the roast? Because that would be gross. That I can understand. But if he's saying like, this affects the way my kids see me, or I don't even know how old his kids... Does he even like take care of his kids? Or do he leave them with Giselle? I don't know. Gula says, hot take, thought Amazing Spider-Man 2 was way better than 1. That's interesting. I would have to go back and watch them again. I can't separate them enough in my mind to remember which is which. I think it's what his kids have to deal with in their own lives with the dirt dug up about their moms or something. There's plenty of information out there for people to... without the roast. You know what I mean? And if you want to do the roast, then you're just going to put that front and center again. That's kind of on you, bud. Also, I'm not going to weep for Tom Brady. He left a pregnant woman. He did a lot of things. What's up, Cyrus? How are you, friend? Stay offline, Brady kids. Yeah, good luck, little millionaires. Good luck, little dudes and dudettes. The battery's cold, it means summer, and when winter comes, it heats up. What? What? I'm not weeping, to be clear, just trying to answer and possibly see his side of things. That's fair. That's fair. I still think, like, you know what you signed up for, or you didn't, so why did you sign up? Hey, Prof. We're good, we're good. Hope you're doing well, Prof. What are you up to today? Prof, we pretty much just started because we had crazy tech issues this morning. And then Tilly made me turn my camera off. I'll never forget, Tilly. Ever. That had nothing to do with the camera, though. It was all these stupid updates being added without my permission. Yard work? Heard. Yeah, that's weekend for us. You tell him, Heltar. Mod fight. Okay, let's talk to Vic real quick. We gotta keep our distance here, bud. Don't get too far away. Second thought, I think this stay close to me. We don't want that. Don't get too far away. That sounds like the same thing. Heltar's closeting himself for some reason. Tilly, I didn't notice that, but I do see it every once in a while. It kind of just glitches out. Now I do have, it's the Logitech StreamCam, which isn't my favorite, and it is pretty far away. I had to get an extended USB C to C cable because it's a C plug in the back of the laptop, but it also is a C cable, so I had to get a connector. It might just be the connection thing. If you can't handle the roast, you shouldn't have done it. The whole idea of the roast that's unapologetically gruesome. Yeah, and don't use your kids as a shield.
On. Cry, your little bitch
That's what I say to Tom Brady. Wipe your tears with millions of dollars. And the fact that your wife makes more than you. I love it. Ex-wife, I guess. Way to screw that up too, you idiot. I think the distance is okay. I'd rather he be further away, to be honest. That's fine. You earn too much to have an opinion. No, you can definitely have an opinion. I just don't care about it. How he screwed that up, I don't know, but he really did. I don't know, but he really did. Shoot, maybe we shouldn't have the gun. Shoot him in the body! Reload. That's it. Hopefully these ding-dongs don't shoot each other again. Sulik! Ooh. Okay, good. I'm glad he's dead and turned into paste. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. Let's get an angle on him here. Let's get the angle on him here. I'm worried Vic's just gonna shoot Sulik right in the back. I'd rather live poor than be rich and famous. No. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'll take rich and famous any day. Yeah, no. I mean, I'd prefer to just be rich and not famous. I'd prefer to be rich and not have anybody know who I am. But if that's the price I have to pay for being rich, I'll take it, bud. Don't shoot him. Okay, we're good. I thought it said he hit the rat in the kidney. Like, damn. Like, damn. Okay, we got out of that combat round. Let's save it quick, because everybody got out of that okay. We're in the Bone Garden. There's a lot of you over here, huh? Can we shift and highlight? Ooh, what is that? That's a rock. Neat. What a neat thing to highlight. What a very useful, neat thing to highlight. Cool. I guess we can throw rocks, yeah? They're coming for me. The body! Don't really need to reload yet. Vic, okay, good. I thought he was going to get directly behind me. Let's try for the head. 6 points, somehow. Okay. Whatever you say. Spent most of my life dead poor, so I kind of know how it goes. But why would you want to continue that? Stay the course, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll take money. Self-imposed closeting is over. Helltire, you're doing weird stuff. I love you. What does Leo say? I've been a rich man, I've been a poor man, and I choose rich every fucking time. Yeah. Why would you not? Even just to, like... I mean, these days... Just to not have to worry about basic... basic needs, and wondering where that next meal is going to come from, wondering when that next rent check is going to come from, wondering, you know, when one medical bill is going to put you so far in debt you might as well be dead. You know what I mean? A lot easier with a bunch of money. Yeah. Is it weird if it's normal for me though? Yes. Yes.
The real question is this: was all this legal? Absolutely not.
To not have to worry about anything you need or want. Yeah. It takes a lot of that pressure off. Unfortunately, for the people that are able to live that life... Oh, never mind. We're, like, done here. For the people who are able to live that life, it also, for some reason, makes them insane. Not all of them, but a lot of them. It's just crazy. Stratton Oakmont Broker. I do think often about what I should have, would have, could have done in my career. A lot of times I go back to, like, I should have been an engineer of some kind. But honestly, going through all the house stuff recently, when we went to the closing, the law firm offices for the closing attorney, they just sit there and tell us what's on these papers and then just give it to us to sign. And they make like thousands of dollars from just sitting at a table and being like, sign here, sign here, sign here. And that's it. Yeah. Yeah, for not really doing much of anything. Because you think, usually when people think lawyer, you think about, you know, like Law and Order or Matlock. You think either criminal cases or trial attorneys, and a lot of it is just not that. And you can still make a ton of money. There was a while ago, I thought about doing patent attorney stuff because I had the science and tech background. I thought about getting into like patent law. And that was just one of those things where it just, wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. But like, I wouldn't mind doing something like that. Not rich now, never have to worry about anything. I've been poor and felt the same. If you're saying that you're poor, but you also don't have to worry about anything, at least in America, those two things don't jive. Law school at night. No, thank you. Remember, I work at night. You remember that? That I work from like 3 to 11 and increasingly 3 to midnight? Yeah, I'm sorry, but especially in America, and I can't speak for the rest of the world, but if you are saying I'm poor and also I don't have to worry about anything, you're not in America. Yeah, maybe, Dilly. I have no idea. Like, if you live somewhere where there's, like, socialized healthcare and, like, a welfare net that's actually, like, taking care of most things for you, then that's awesome. Not here. Nick at night? That I can do. Saving you off some of my Adderall? Heltar, don't deal drugs openly on stream, please. Please don't openly deal drugs on my channel. I shouldn't have to say that. Based on where your priorities are, again, if you are actually poor, like by definition, your priorities are food and shelter and paying whatever your bills are. And if you don't have to worry about them, I wonder then that you can say that you're poor. I don't know. I also feel like that slippery slope of like blame game stuff of like, oh, you're poor because you have your priorities wrong, not because you literally make an amount below the poverty line. You know what I mean? That feels blame gamey. Dealing implies an exchange of goods. Well, maybe intent to distributors supply, but I'm not dealing. Maybe I should go to law school. Heltar's gonna need it soon. How much? Says Cleve. My priorities are absolutely nothing but surviving, then sure. Yeah, like if you make not much money and then somehow spend everything on like, I don't know, what somebody would call non-essential or frivolous stuff, I guess you could say that, but then that's more like, I don't know, at some point you're gonna not be able to afford food or shelter and be out on your can. I don't know. That's a lot of semantics, I think. Taking chitlins to the park. Have you in my ear. Won't be interacting much. All good, Weasel. Weasel's like a secret agent. I hope he's actually not taking his children, but he's literally taking chitlins. Like, I hope he went and bought pork rind and chitlins. And he's just taking a big old bag of them to the park and he's just going to eat. He's just going to eat chitlins at the park. Leave the kids at home. They can fend for themselves. Hope you got pork fat at the park day. Yep. It's a pork day. It's park day at the pork. Socialized healthcare is great if you have an immediate health issue. LZT is trying to get an ADHD diagnosis, taking a real long time. I feel like I need to talk to somebody about that, and I've asked Heltar and some other folks like who to talk to. I haven't followed up. I guarantee they diagnosed me with something. I don't know what. Give me whatever the flavor of the week is. I'll take it. I'll take it, and then I'll slap it on my Twitter bio and watch the money roll in, bud. That's cynical. Let's shoot some more rats. That's cynical. Shoot this rat in the body. Glucose bone structure. I would love to get some sort of like confirmatory physical diagnosis of like, oh God, how are you still alive? Study me for science. You know, I'd love to get something like that. Talk to your general practitioner, you do that and they might send you somewhere. It's like a family doc could do a referral. That's an idea. I might just have to call them for that. You get famous from that. I don't know about Rich. This man survived 40 years with nothing but sugar bones. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you, Rod. Yeah, I might just ask them for a referral, but honestly, referral from my doc versus just Googling like local. Who do you even talk to though? Like, what is their title? Is it like mental health? Is it psychologist, psychiatrist? I really don't even know. Just WebMD it, yeah. I'll just print it off. ADHD or autism spectrum or any kind of like any of that type of stuff, like who is the specialist who was supposed to like diagnose you? Therapist, psychologist. Okay. Okay. Mine gave me Adderall, but all the states have different laws. I also don't want to be on like medication. Pediatrician. I'll go back in time and do that. Chronologist. Usually need to talk to a psychologist for an official evaluation, yeah. Psychiatrist do meds. Yeah, I don't want that. I really don't want medication. I want the diagnosis without the medication. Neurologist. I feel like that might be a bit too far though, right? Might be a bit too far. Hold on. If you're buying a useless car stereo as an example, instead of buying food or paying your bills and still complaining about not having money to survive, that shit is on you. I don't have time for that shit and I don't feel bad. I agree, but what we were originally talking about was saying like I'm poor and I've never had to worry about any of like food and shelter and stuff like that. Like those two things I can't reconcile those two statements. Like, man, I'm poor, but I don't have to worry about the essentials. And that to me sounds like something from like a more like socialized or social based system, which sounds nice. Honestly, it sounds nice. Like I can just live and I don't have to be super successful and I can still survive and not worry about it. Like, man, that sounds nice. That sounds really nice. It's basically like being a child. Like everything's taken care of for you. You're gonna be okay. We got you. Like that would be nice. But in America, our parents just leave us behind while they go have chitlins in the park, you know? But I do also believe in like personal responsibility, fiscal and otherwise. So like, unfortunately, I think that gets weaponized in the States. Like people always assume that folks on welfare are like lazy and wasteful and just don't want to work. So they'll just mooch off the government. And that's, you know, while I'm sure that is true in some senses, that's not the case for everyone. So, let's see. Heltar, Georgia Neurobehavioral Attention Deficit Hyper. Okay, thank you. I feel like I've done this before though, and it's just one of those things where I think about it at the time and then I forget about it or I make an excuse not to do it. You'd say most of them are abusing it, but you just say that, or do you actually have statistics to back that up? Because unfortunately, it's been a talking point for a very long time in America. American culture literally uses brainwashing techniques to get people to buy things, then blame poor people. Yes, Peachy and I were just talking about that yesterday, that marketing, especially since World War II, most of the money has been poured into marketing to get us to buy more stuff because we're going to feel a certain way. And you never do, but you keep buying stuff. People that can work but would rather not because working sucks. Again, I think the cases where that does happen are the outliers and the minorities. And minorities from a statistical standpoint, not a racial or cultural standpoint. Thank you very much. Because, wow, that could have gone south real fast. And south in the metaphorical term, not the geographical term, because I'm in the South. And you know what? It's difficult to speak. It's difficult to speak. Both hands on that shovel, Cleve. I got both hands and a foot on that shovel. That argument is Republican propaganda. Yeah, it has been for a very long time. At least 40, 50 years. Poor people are not the problem with our country. Yeah, it's the siphoners at the top. People not wanting to quell. How dare you want to quell? You poor bastards. You want to quell? They would not be rich if they weren't getting welfare. Not be rich if they weren't getting welfare. I think welfare originally was, and I don't know this, but it was to address an obvious gap in a system where people who were working or were not able to work through whatever. I mean, I follow streamers and stuff who have been on disability for a long time, and they either physically or mentally, for whatever reason, or just health-wise can't work, can't do like a normal job, and they're on disability. And they stream, but they've also got issues that they don't translate well into like in being in the workplace, being in a functional society, I guess. So I don't know. I don't think anybody wants to work. I actually don't, like, I have a strong work ethic, but I would much prefer to do something for myself. Yeah, thank you, Tiffy. I like to be productive. I like to be doing something. But I don't I'll extend that sentence. I don't want to work for other people's benefit unless it's people who, they need the benefit rather than the people who have arranged the system so that they are the ones who benefit. Does that make sense? Sort of like you don't punch down in comedy. Like I would much rather work to support people who need it rather than the people who don't. People do whatever they can to get as much as they can with doing as little as possible for it. I don't know. I've met all kinds. I've definitely met the people who, and work with the people who do bare minimum and still are treated the same as everybody else around them, which sucks. But they've been in the minority, and also in the minority is people who have worked themselves to death almost and still get treated the same as the people who do next to nothing. And that's a systemic problem, talking either in your local workplace or like the industry at large or whatever. But I think both of them are outliers. I think most people just kind of do their day-to-day thing and do their best. Hold on. More specifically, it's the decisions that rich people make, not a problem with them being rich. Well, but when your decisions that are made, and look at entrenched politicians, look at CEOs with golden parachute packages and things like that. When your decisions are rooted in keeping you and your crew as rich as possible, then it's kind of both, I think. It's kind of both. Because most rich people are not going to be like, cool, I'm rich, I'm going to make all the decisions that are going to take all my money away. You know what I mean? That's why senators and politicians always vote themselves a pay raise, but they rarely raise the minimum wage or any of that stuff. Let's see what else. And keep in mind that a lot of this is anecdotal. Like I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have a breakdown of demographics and statistics and stuff. So a lot of it's anecdotal, and that's not to diminish or demean anybody's experience, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's reality. Wife hates being on disability. Has gone back to work since moving. Working causes her issues to be way worse to the point it affects every aspect of her in my life. Yeah, and that's why like disability is supposed to. It's why it's there, because for people who like can't work and be a productive society member, you shouldn't just toss them to the side like certain empires and regimes have passed. It should be a community effort to take care of each other, take care of folks. And I really don't think that most people would just stop. That's like saying that in socialized countries where government-sponsored healthcare and whatever just takes care of you, that nobody works. That would be like saying nobody in Sweden works, nobody in France works. And maybe if LZT pops in, he'll be like, no, actually nobody works here. Like maybe, but I don't think that's the case. Stay busy, take a couple weeks off, and I get bored real quick. I like to stay busy. I would prefer to work on things that actually interest me, inspire me, encourage me. I would much prefer to do that rather than sit in a computer and make money for somebody else. I don't think that's crazy. I think that's pretty common for most people. Working hard to shore up our income such I'll not have to work regardless of disability checks or not. It's tough though, Cleve. Like you shouldn't have to be in that situation, but that's how it is. According to the U.S. government, 7% of welfare recipients work full-time. Yeah, they just make under a certain amount, right? So there you go. So that's the majority of it right there. They are working, putting in their hours. Stop giving money to people who aren't CEOs. Rates, wages are going up for normal people compared to the CEOs is insane. The division, the wealth gap is like cartoonish. It doesn't even make sense. The numbers don't even make sense. But again, it's because the people who are in charge of either you're talking companies or you're talking legislature, just keep rewarding yourselves and enriching yourselves and yours. Because why wouldn't you? Why would you actually do the job you were put there to do rather than, well, for CEOs, it's just to increase the worth of a company and the wealth of their investors. But you can do that in a sustainable and fiscally responsible way, or you can just do what most of them seem to do, which is not that. You used to be able to buy a house, have a full-time job, and it hasn't even been that long. It's a couple generations, and that's all screwed up. It's all screwed up. And unfortunately, I think our generation, definitely the younger generation, is starting to wake up to one of the biggest lies in American history, which is just like, if you're not super, if you're not rich and able to afford all these things, it's because you didn't work hard enough. I think that is probably the biggest lie in American history. And that can go back to like roots of colonialism. Like, look at these savages just laying around, and they don't have guns, germs, and steel, so clearly they didn't work hard enough. Corporate investment home buyers destroying the American dream. It's wild, Tiffy. Like, we were really lucky to get this place, but right next to us is a rental house. Across the street from us, rental house. Down the street from us, rental house. And these are all like big, nice houses in a big, nice neighborhood. But they're all rental properties now. It's very strange to me. Cole doesn't want to sit on a computer and make someone else money, as he sits on a computer and makes one of the largest companies in the world money. Sometimes it's a necessary evil. Oh, I'm saying I don't want to do it, but I have to. That's when it comes down to, your own integrity, how far you're willing to go, and necessary evils. I agree with you, Ayo. I don't want, this is just fun for me. Would I love it if I didn't give half of whatever you guys are giving me back over to Bezos? Yeah, that'd be great. That's also why I'm streaming on Kick and not so much YouTube, but you know what I mean. But unfortunately, they own the infrastructure. They own the pipes. So what are you going to do? They own the pipes. And I don't do this for the money. Most of the money that I have here either gets reinvested back into the stream through either if Weasel does some editing for me, or if I put it towards artwork or something. And I never expect anyone to pay anything here, but I appreciate it when you do. It all goes into mini fridges. I'm just going to have a whole floor covered in mini fridges. They drink from your milkshake. Yeah. In the 50s, you could buy working hard, but it's not been the case since the early 80s. The thing about working hard, it's not just that. Like, my grandfather was a war veteran. He only had like a 3rd grade education, so he had to work hard because he couldn't work smart. He was, like a delivery man. He was he was a mover. That's not exactly a career you go into being like, this is the career for me. I'm going to be a furniture mover. I think he did some carpentry work. He did a lot of just like grunt blue collar jobs for a very, very long time. And he worked very hard and still basically died and put in a pine box. You know what I mean? So the working hard is one of the greatest lies. However, previously, you could work hard in one industry and actually climb a ladder, whether it was corporate or not. You could work the same job for 50, 60 years and retire with a pension. Those things don't exist anymore. They do not exist anymore. Selling property isn't smart because property values just keep going up. Yeah, land more than property, but property is also good. Make more if you keep it longer. Rental's smart to get income from the property while you wait for its worth to increase. Pensions are around, but not nearly as much as they were in the 50s and 60s. OnlyFans is a way to retire before 50. You better get in there before 50. I mean, there's categories for everybody these days. Excuse me. Now, I missed something between Budness and AO here. The job of the rich people in charge, literally to increase the wealth of their fellow rich folks. It is. And to keep control of the reins, to keep control of the machine, basically. There's no incentive to otherwise. Well, the thing is, when it comes to money being the root of everything in our economy, obviously, like, the incentive is to keep making more money because there is no social, environmental, nothing. There is no other incentive for it, or penalties or costs, really. Like, that's why with a lot of these lawsuits and stuff that you see, especially in the environmental space, companies are more willing to just like settle and just provide a couple $1,000,000 towards cleanup than actually put the money into preventative measures and stuff to begin with, because it's cheaper to just settle out than to like, it's like, we'll worry about it later. Not a big deal. Why do you think the U.S. supports? Well, we're not getting into that. That's for sure. That's for sure. Retire with a pension and a house and the ability to support your children. Not these days. Not these days. Federal job because of the pension? Nice. And federal, I mean, there you go. So federal is kind of its own weird bubble. Any government jobs are their own weird little bubble. You do have to deal with things like furloughs and changes of leadership and things like that. But it kind of weirdly exists outside of the normal economic measures. Ontario Teachers Union pension, I let an economist run their pension and they're making bank. Well, that's good. If they weren't, that'd be a problem. You need to hire somebody else. So glad you got the game working. Yeah, no, I know. I was shooting rats for a while and then we got distracted. Condition of helping other people's for chumps, and we'd all be better off if we took care of each other. I mean, I'm not super religious, mainly because I don't like the religious institution and what people do with it and how they use that message to do the opposite and enrich themselves. But I do agree with your general sentiment, Tiffy, and it is a religious sentiment that goes back thousands of years. It's just that nobody actually follows it. And the people who do just end up, unless you're in a monastery or you're just working in a soup kitchen your entire time, like, you don't really benefit from that. And I think most people who do it and really believe it hope and believe that they are going to benefit in another life, in another world. Do you want help with MODOK quests? God, I haven't even started them, Mel. Let's see what we can get into. Jobs non-funded. So I don't get furloughed. Nice, Cleve. Yeah, I've got some friends who work for different government agencies where they do have to worry about furloughs. They do have to worry about contracts, renewals. They're either their agencies or sub-agencies or committees or departments. You know what I mean? There's that whole bureaucratic structure that they have to deal with too. If you don't have to, awesome. You found a gold mine, essentially. All right. Speaking of mini fridges. I love spirituality. I hate religion. I actually don't mind the organization aspect of religion. You guys know PG works for our church, but I disagree with a lot of stuff that they do or say on a weekly basis. I thought after going there for like 10 years that maybe I would start to be like, I don't know, indoctrinated or change in some way. But most of the time when the preachers, all of whom I know personally now, when they get up there and they start saying things, I still sit there and I'm never like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm always just like, no, that doesn't make sense at all. And they keep saying things like, this is the truth. And then they say something that is just completely, not necessarily a lie, but an unprovable statement. And I've never changed that outlook. So it's kind of nice on a weekly basis to get that reinforcement of like, nope, I'm still a free thinker, I guess. Are free thinkers still around? It was back in like 1700s, I think. They were like early humanists or early sort of like rational thought type folks. I think free thinker, that name of it. I think that'd probably be the closest to describe me. I don't like the agnostic atheist terminology. Atheists, I think, are on the other end of the spectrum from like devout religious people. They just believe in the non-existence rather than the existence, and I don't know that you can prove it one way or the other. Agnostic is pretty close, but I think free thinker is probably closer. Free thinkers are a thing. Yeah, Freemason is an organization I could have been in. Heltar invited me to join, but I think one of the requirements for a Freemason pledge, or the Masons pledge anyway, was to swear some sort of belief in a higher being. They didn't define which specific one you had to believe in, but you had to ascribe some sort of belief in a higher being. And I was just like, nope. We'll talk to Heltar. Chat up Heltar. I don't know if he's still active in the Masons. And I like their whole shtick, man. Like, I like the history of it. I like the symbology. I like the symbolism of it. Atheist means you know. Yeah, like you're convinced. Just like a devout religious person is convinced that their way is the right thing. Yeah. Should have said yes and worshiped the spaghetti monster. I don't know if when Heltar invited me to that, I don't know if the flying spaghetti monster was around. He might have been. But I also, stuff like that I take seriously. And flying spaghetti monster is fun, but I don't obviously take it seriously because you're not really supposed to. So if I was going to actually join with Heltar and be part of that organization, I take it seriously. So I was around sauced for your sins. Give me that sauce, but I do have to go buy spaghetti, actually. Maybe I'll make a little flying spaghetti monster for the Weasel Kids this weekend. Agnostic makes sense because it means you just don't know. People hate it because they think it's like a fence-sitting position, where to me it's more like if you're asking questions and still searching for a truth and the answer to those questions, that's agnosticism, and that's always made way more sense to me. But I also like the idea of the free thinkers. So I don't know. Talking about you laugh when they call for his background check. Yeah, I still feel bad about that. But it was just an honest reaction. I don't know. Can we save this? Can we save this? Can we salvage this stream? All right, we got the game working. We're doing great. Mel, should I be killing these rats or am I wasting my time here? Physics is my higher being I would believe in. I just started an article on the strong force and how it's still basically like hasn't been sufficiently measured. Vic, buddy, how did you shoot 4 times, Vic, and you missed every single one? I thought you were supposed to be good with a gun. We don't have proof of anything. Yeah, barely. But you can go too far with that too. People argue that like we don't have proof of religion, which I disagree with. Or religion. Proof of evolution, which I disagree with. But people do like to make that argument. Atheist is more like you believe than knowing. Well, I think you can muddle those terms depending on how far... semantics again. Because people who are devout religious folks, Christian or otherwise, they believe and they'll say that they know. Because they believe so strongly that it's basically to the point that they know. Also on the Tom Brady roast, regret or not, Tony Hinchcliffe slayed. Yeah, I remember you said that, and you talked about he was the one that does like the podcast or the show where people come and roast him, like an up and coming comedian tries to roast him, and then he like grades it basically. I haven't watched that, but yeah. I don't know why you shouldn't kill the rats. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure it wasn't like sometimes in these games you'll do a thing and then later they give you the quest and you either have to do it again or just whatever you did before doesn't count. Let's see. Let's go kill some more rats. You are El Rata. What was the rest of that? Alara? Something like that? We have proof of evolution, just weird people think Earth is 6,000 years old. Yeah, but I'm just saying people will say that we don't have proof of evolution. I'm not saying they're right. They'll just argue against it. Or they'll argue for intelligent design. Or some other less rigorous explanation. Vic, please don't shoot Sulik. My aim is not blocked. I'm standing right in front of this damn thing. Come on. Extreme belief is knowing. Yeah, and it's semantics. Oh, nice. You gain 315 experience points. Looks like I killed them all. Nice. Okay, cool. So there you go, Mel. We did the thing. You can't save right now, though. Okay. Because we're in combat. Wait, there's more rats, though. They only cared about the mole rats? Oh, kill Tony. Yeah. Him and a special guest pull names from a bucket. Oh, okay. I thought it was more like almost like a reality or competition type thing. It's more random than that. Okay. Depends on your definition. Philosophically or not, there's no way to know if there's a God or not. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I don't go full atheist or full devout, because that's not a knowable thing. Current Speaker of the House, a young Earth believer? I don't know. Rod says yes. Earth came out around the same time as Predator 2, if I had to put a date on it. Yeah. It's wild that we were just watching movies in space before that. Rod, I don't even know what that means. And I don't think I want to know what that means. I don't think I want to know. Okay, so we got experience, but what the hell else are we doing here? So we just cleared that guy's... You think these might be horned kangaroo bones? Kangaroo? Kangaroo bones, you cannot be sure. They're too weathered to make a final determination. Okay. Well, so we cleared rats, and that's all there is to do here. Except pick up rocks, I guess. Talk to Grisham, the slaughterhouse boss. I didn't see him anywhere. Try to exit the conversation. I'll ask if you want to guard his cattle. Okay. Try not to let any of the poor buggers get killed. He deducts $100 for each Brahmin you lose. If you manage to save them all. Okay. Miserable will get fairly easy money. Okay, cool. Kangaroos or macaroons? ¿Por qué no los dos? Why not both? Mel, I went to the slaughterhouse before and there was nobody there. Oh, they have apps on their phone that let other people, that alert them if somebody else is watching porn. I feel like if you have that, no, I don't remember that at all. I feel like if you have that app, you probably know a way to get around it. Okay, I guess that's not Grisham. Is Grisham at the... Maybe Grisham's up here. Having more than one phone is impossible, right? Yeah, I feel like they've got ways around that. I didn't see anybody at the slaughterhouse. I'm going to check in Rose's and see if he's there. Who are you? You're a trader. A trader, not a traitor. This used to be a prosperous farming town, then it took an arrow to the knee. A wooden door. God, pretty much everybody in American politics now has an extreme view. Has AOC gone so far left that she's pretty much taken herself out of the running for any like major positions in the future, do you think? I was wondering about that the other day. If you buy Wasteland Omelette from Roche for $25, heals you to full HP. Oh. Do I need that? I'm okay for now. Oh, you mean for later. Okay, that's smart. That's smart. How old the kid is, it sounds like preventative measures. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like anytime you like severely ban someone from doing something, they're probably going to try to do it more. Wait a minute, why don't I have any money? Did I lose my money again? Just watch porn with your monitor buddy. Watch it together and then just don't tell anyone. The rats stole my money? I think they did, Budness. I think they did. Alright, we're at Rose's bed and breakfast. Oh my, what a pretty young lady you are. I keep forgetting that I'm a woman. Shitsabud. My name's Shitsabud. What can Rose do for you today? I'm starved. What do you have to eat around here? So you should be. What does that mean? Why should I be starved? When was the last time you had a good meal, young lady? At Mom's. Like a day or two ago. Yeah, also, Rod, that's messed up. That's messed up. Like, I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that. Let's just all stay in our own corners, please. There was one guy... Oh, missing info in this conversation? I'm shocked. There was one guy at church who... We were having lunch with him, and he ordered multiple drinks. And at one point, he went on about how porn should be banned. And I just watching him kind of like go through the mental gymnastics to go through that. Like, how would it work? Why would it work? Usually, you know, like methinks you doth protest too much. I feel like it probably has an issue and is overreacting in response. Like what's the word? Compensating, I guess. And been like, it should be banned. It should be banned. I'm like, okay, well, do you have a problem with it? Because it sounds like you do. And also, as he's like double fisting his drinks, I wanted to be like, hey, remember Prohibition? Yeah, exactly, Barrett Claw, projecting or like overcompensating maybe. But yeah, definitely projecting. Yeah, people do think stupid shit all the time. Yeah, not super religious. The mindset doesn't seem that far-fetched. The mindset. I mean, I can see it like I can't stop watching. They should ban it because I can't help myself. There's that aspect of it. There's the aspect of like if you really do believe in a lot of the religious teachings, then you know part of that you might think that that's the reason for a lot of these things, bringing the downfall of society. I don't want this around my family. Sure, but you also have like personal control. I think the mindset that I can never wrap my head around is either I can't control myself, so someone else should control it for me. And I get that when it comes to like addiction, that's a different conversation. But more specifically, legislators and people who are like, I don't like this particular thing, so nobody should be able to do it. That's where I'm I can't quite figure that out. Like library books, the ban of certain books. Like, here's the thing: you don't have to ban the books. You all, as a person, you just don't have to read it. You can do a self-ban, and everybody's good. You know, morals are so strong and pure that I must have everyone adhere to them. Yeah, I think the truth of it is probably more like I can't control myself, so I need everyone else to. I think that's sadly what it comes down to. Not talking about that, talking about controlling it being in your household. Yeah, you control what happens within your walls, for better or worse. If you can't stop looking, Jesus says, pluck your eyes out. Better to pluck your eyes. You know, self-ban my feelings on abortion. I mean, that's a... I don't know if he meant that to be funny, but it is kind of a funny turn of phrase for that. I don't... The first thing that came to my mind was just like, I didn't have an abortion, I had a self-ban. Woof. That's just where my mind went, but anyway. I've had conversations about that with them. One preacher we used to have was a lady preacher, which some of the conservative folks in church don't like. And the way I explained it to, not explained it, the way I said it to her as part of my conversation was like, I wish we lived in a world where abortions weren't necessary, and that means from a medical standpoint. That also means from a standpoint of like, it would be great if every child was wanted, whether they were planned or a surprise or not. It'd be great if we didn't need them for those reasons. But we don't live in that world, so that should be accessible to people. I really don't think that is a... it's obviously a contentious opinion, but I don't think it is an insane opinion. Meant to be a little funny, but I wasn't thinking it that way. That's okay, I did, and I thought that was even funnier. I had a self-ban. My mini-self. I banned my mini-self from having another self. Always anti-gay politicians get caught blowing dudes in airport glory holes. Always, 100% of the time. But yeah, it's usually that projection, like Bear Claw said, or overreaction. We got some good topics today. Remember when I was going to play the game? No. Brahmin fries. Let's see. Brahmin fries, wasteland omelet. Let's get our money back from Sulik and get one of those. Water is $1,000. Water is $1,000. You do remember it. You remember everything. Brahmin dogs, $5. Canis burgers, $7. Shepherd stew, $3. No, thank you. Not hungry right now, and I'm broke. I'm poor, but I don't have to worry about my survival. All right, Sulik, where you at, bud? I'm technically poor because I can't get to Sulik for my money. I'm technically walking poor right now. Here we go.
What you be need?
The guy making alerts come through if his kid looks at porn. I don't blame him necessarily. Will it work? Different convo. Can't blame the effort one to protect your kid. No, I don't think I have an issue with that. It's weird that it goes both ways. That's a little strange. And it also just feels like one of those things in the house where, like, again, I don't know how old his kid is. It feels like one of those things in the house where, like, the more you try to prevent stuff, the more they're probably going to at least try to access it. So, I have to read myself on the whole both ways alerts thing. Yeah, I don't know anything about any of that. Facade says emotion often wins over logic and common sense. People often feel first about something instead of asking why should we, in this case, remove this or that. You can have both, but tempering it seems like a skill not many possess. I think that we, as a species, you know, until we get to like the Star Trek levels where logic and rational thought comes before emotion, like with the Vulcans, until we get to like a Vulcan level where your first instinct is to stop and think about stuff, stop and take a breath, stop and take a moment, until we get to that point, yeah, emotions are always going to override logic. We can't help it, really. It is it's your first reaction. It's your gut reaction. I have those reactions all the time. In interactions with people I've never talked to before, and this is like the first time, or people that I've known for years. And that knee-jerk, that gut reaction is not usually correct or nice or the thing that I should have done, but it is just it's a chemical, hormonal, nervous response. Until we can rework our evolution to the point that we can actually like rationally think through stuff first, yeah. Until we become Vulcans, I don't think that changes. Mike Johnson admits he and his son monitor each other's porn intake. The thing is, that's such a funny headline. Son, I'm monitoring your porn intake. You're looking a little low. Looking a little low today. You might want to top off. Top off before you come home from work. Love being trapped our animalistic origins. It sucks, Facade. It sucks that we're still stuck. We're still animals. You know, it sucks. I would like to evolve past that, please. I hate my animal side. If I can go full cyborg, Facade, I would. Porn intake kink. It's such a funny headline, though. Exactly what I thought. Just clickbait. It's so funny, though. He says, I'm proud to tell you my son has got a clean slate. Clean slate. Ooh, that boy is backed up. Monkus' brain goes brrr. Yeah. And that goes back to what we were talking about with marketing and being sold on certain things and being indoctrinated into certain things. When those lessons come through emotional manipulation, they are hard to dig out and they are hard to change, for better or ill. His son is an adult. Oh my God, is he? Let's see. This is back in 22. Covenant Eyes. Should we download Covenant Eyes and check it out? Do you guys want to all do a covenant together where we all... How weird would that be? What if we all signed up for a Covenant Eyes account together? Rod would just be blowing up our notifications all day long. Hold on. Closet abortions? Did I miss something there? You know how I know they are not against abortion? Wait, who? Ooh, sex ed and education with the use of contraception was encouraged, not taboo. Voluntary abortions would be almost non-existent. I mean, there's literal statistics and data to back that up. That in places where what you said, AO, is more accessible, then the rate of abortions goes down. So you would think if you're anti-abortion, you would be pro-sex education and sexual health awareness. But that's not what it's about. Yeah. Yeah, or abstinence only, yeah. And it goes back to like what Facade is saying about human nature. Like, you can only fight against that for so much. Some schools only teach abstinence, which is wild. Yeah, it's usually the ones that you like. I don't know about boarding schools, but like certain religious schools and stuff like that. Good luck. What's so funny, though, is they preach abstinence. But these are usually the same people who want to like be fruitful and multiply. So it's like abstinence, but only for a while, until you are sure that you love the person that you're going to be with for the rest of your life. But then you get into the whole like Catholic thing with divorces and how that's changed over the years. It's weird. It's all weird. It's not about babies. It's about criminalizing women. Felons can't vote. I do think it's both. I think they love to criminalize women. But I also think they love fetuses, which is a weird thing to say. But they love to have more fetuses in the world. Pretty much as soon as you're born, they're done with you. Like, they don't really care. But when you're potentially a fetus, man, they love you. They'll do anything. They'll do anything for you. It's real, real weird. I don't know what our secret word's going to be on Monday. That too, Rod. Unfortunately, that is probably not far off. Love criminalizing women sounds similar to all welfare recipients don't work. Yeah, you got to be careful with the all the generalizations. But I mean, when it does come to legislation specifically targeting women, and then literally criminalizing things that are very specific to women, it's hard to argue against that. And I'm not saying that's everyone's stance, but it is certainly objectively a true angle of some of it. That when abortions become felonies, when the doctor who provides them can be legally acted against, it's hard to argue against that. Something like romanticism, when everyone gets to the perfect moment, it's okay. I think I lost the thread on that one. A fetus can't talk back. Not yet, budness. Not yet. Poor Sulik and Grampy Bone been sitting here staring at me like, what do you want, bud? What do you want? I forgot they were getting our money from. People who watch Handmaid's Tale as an aspirational story, I can't anymore. I can't watch Handmaid's Tale. It's too depressing because it's too real. I can't do it. I just can't do it. White women more likely to be able to leave to get an abortion. Yeah, or cross state lines if they have to, or do it covertly, or just afford it. Low-wage income and future soldiers. We got to keep the kids in the workplace. You got to keep these kids in the factories. These 7-year-olds have to work the factories until 4 in the morning. They have to. I wish that was sarcasm. I mean, it is sarcasm, but unfortunately it's a reality here too. Can we all agree that quiverful mentality families are real weird and culty? Quiverful, is that have as many kids as you can? A bit spicy to say, I realize, but even some devout people find ways to get around sins and doing what their desires are. Of course. Create some odd situations like if you ever heard of soaking. Oh Lord, here we go. All just to do the deed. I don't know what soaking is. I don't know if I want to look it up. Beyond that, the more you make something bad, Suddenly, younger people do it ignorantly without being educated what the consequences are. You can't beat the animal and people. True, so you should educate. Educate the person. So that hopefully the animal doesn't take control. I don't know. Stepway, all good, yes. You getting heated? That's okay. No birth control condoms, make as many children as you hoo-ha can pop out. I mean, that's old school way to do it. Who were we talking to? Again, people at church that they had either friends or relatives coming to stay with them, and the family had, I want to say, like, Peachy said something crazy, like 12 kids? And I couldn't even process that. Like, Weasel and Mrs. Weasel are bringing 2 with them, and I can't even imagine the logistics of that. And I think they had somewhere between like 7 and 12 kids. Like, 7 is an insane number, but once you get into double digits, I'm like, oh my god, do you all live on a farm? Like, what? Soaking is doing the sex thing without movement. Then you're not having sex, really. Meanwhile, a third party member is jumping on the bed to cause a move. That's right, I forgot about that. You're still together, but somebody else is doing the motion for you. I mean, I guess just go to one of those hotels with the magic finger beds and just let that do it for you. Could you imagine if you had to explain to your children that your father wasn't really your father was a magic finger bed? I think TJ might have just nixed my Lady D. Said it was getting moderated. It's been good knowing y'all. Oh no, Gula, what'd you do? Gula crossed the line. Probably with these conversations today. This is not what I was expecting. What's up, OJA? Yeah, no, we went off today, bud. We went off. Quiverful's a doctrine of having as many kids as possible to brainwash them being warriors for God. Yeesh. You gotta penetrate in soaking unless you're aiming, unless you're playing duck hunt. So you're still.
Know who doesn't have to
Here you go,
learn about
Gulo.
abstinence? The little man boy on screen, of course. He probably wouldn't know a rhythm method if it hit him in the face.
I know the rhythm method.
Instead of talking
Jesus,
about him
Gulo?
and his natural birth control scent, we should talk instead about the inventor of vulcanized rubber.
Birth control
which led
scent?
to the condom, Charles Goodyear.
Yeah?
Charles Goodyear!
Good lord.
Charles Goodyear!
She loves vulcanized rubber. She loves vulcanized rubbers. Thank you, Gulo. We've talked about a lot of religious stuff today. Whether you're religious or not, prayers to the people who had to moderate that message from Gulo. Let's keep them in our thoughts, shall we? All right, let's get out of here, Grampy Bone. I'm free! You're good, bud. You're good. All right, that's it for now, Grampy Bone. Soaking, huh? People come up with some weird shit. Soaking. And then to give it a name? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with everyone?
Why don't you go back where you come from?
No.
Jamaica.
No. We're not talking about that today. Hold on, I'm starved. Give me something to eat. Give me a wasteland omelet. You feel revitalized after such a big meal. Now wait a minute. I think Mel said they had to go. Hold on. Oh no, you said about soaking. Mel, I thought I could buy one for later. I just wasted. That's my specialty. I hope you're hungry. Guarantee you've never tasted an omelet like this one anywhere. She leaves, returns with the biggest damn omelet you've ever seen. Biggest omelet I've ever seen was called the Bionic Omelet. I think it was at a diner called Pamela's in Pittsburgh. It defeated me. It was the only breakfast that I ordered that I could not finish. It was huge. It came on 2 diner plates. You know the big diner plates that are like ovals that have like giant omelets and home fries and all that on it? I was so convinced I could finish it that in my hubris, I also ordered a side of fruit cocktail. In addition to the Bionic Omelet. Could not finish it. Maybe got halfway done? 3/4 done? Yeah. Anyway, well, that was a good meal. But I thought we could pocket it for later, but apparently not. I could reload, I guess, but I'm going to eat that omelet. Rent a room for the night? No. You must hear things working here. Mind if I ask you a few questions? I'm sorry, sweetie. Quite busy serving customers. Maybe if you ordered something, you bitch, I just gave you $25 for an omelet. Oh my god. Hold on. Maybe we can get like a $5 or something. Here. Shepherd's stew, $3. Quickly disappears behind the counter, returns with your order. Can I ask you a few questions? Sure, make it quick. What? Don't make me do that. Omelets are good. They are good. Heltar, are you still here, bud? Heltar, I think, was there for the bionic omelet. I'm trying to remember how many they had. It might have been like a 12-egg omelet, which I thought I could finish like a dum-dum. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, let me see if they still have it on their menu. Maybe it wasn't Pamela's. It might have been something else. Couldn't even do that. And I'm a few of you. Yeah. Maybe me and Weasel could take it down. Maybe me and you could take it down. Oh, maybe it was DeLuca's. I think it was DeLuca's. See if I can find this. Bionic omelet. Here we go. Oh, it's only 6. It's only 6. Only. Let's see. Yeah, right? I told you I ate most of it. I have a two-egg omelet every day. No, I got you. Even if you weren't kidding, it's still funny. It's still funny. Let me find Bionic. But what the hell? Bionic omelet breakfast. It's $32. $32. You're not supposed to eat this by yourself. Now, this was 20 years ago, probably, that I tried to eat it. 6-egg omelet with sweet and hot sausage, bacon, ham, caramelized onions, cheddar, American, and provolone, served with home fries and choice of toast. I could eat 12-egg omelets, but I wouldn't, because I'm not a masochist. That's good, AO. And I ordered this, and I in my hubris, you can add extra of everything. In my hubris, I added a fruit cup. There was no Hot Whip at the time, but now there should be. Doesn't that sound good, though? But that's like an omelet you share with like 2 people, probably. $32, though. I could make this. Yeah, that fruit cocktail. That cup of fruit cocktail. If Helter pops back in, I'll remind him about the bionic omelet. I'm still upset about it. I have nightmares about not finishing that thing. Let's see. What can you tell me about Cornelius' missing watch? Oh, dear. Have you been talking to my husband, Cornelius? Oh, whole business with the watch is just terrible. Cornelius has got the whole town believing that his best friend Farrell took his watch. If you've talked to him, I'm sure you'd notice his mind isn't quite functioning properly. I'm pretty sure the poor dear just left the watch somewhere and forgot where. Okay. So, Cornelius and Rose are together? All right. Can I ask you a few more questions? Oh, you mother... One question per food item. Have you ever heard about a gek? Did you say gek? No, I can't say that I have. I have heard of good soup recipe that requires 3 geckos. But no, I haven't heard anything about a gek. Oh my god. Smart restaurant owner. She's basically like in the detective shows where you're like, you ask them a question. What about Gex? With the sunglasses. You ever play that game, Gex? Great. Was a platformer, right? Like one of those detective shows where you slide a 5 across and they answer one question. And then if you ask a follow-up question, they're like, can't recall. Slide it again. That's not true, Rod. That's not true. They're substantial. You gotta order a meal before I give you the menu. Yeah. What do you know about the ghost farm? She shivers involuntarily. Stay away from there. Heard tales from travelers about rotting bodies tied to stakes and glowing shapes moving through the fields at night. I don't know how much of this is true, but I do know a while back Carl moved out there, hasn't been seen since. And if you'd like to know more, gonna have to order some more freaking food. Now the thing is, could I save scum this and reload and still have all this information? Or are these actually like triggering things? Like triggering quests? Reminds me of the X-Files episode where Mulder eats a piece of pie and asks a single question over and over. I don't remember that one. Was it the same question? Did he keep eating pie every time he asked a question he had to order another piece of pie? That actually sounds like my dream. I'd love that. Blood clots and clogged arteries, yeah. I've never seen an omelet the size of one you served me. What kind of animal lays such a large egg? I don't know about this. Ah, you've had the desert omelet. Delicious, wasn't it? Some people say it has healing properties. She looks around nervously. Oh, some customers just came in. I'll be right back. She never answers your question. What do you think it comes from? You think it's a Mirelurk? Ooh, do you think it's a Deathclaw? Do they have eggs? Jose Chung's from outer space. Hard to explain if you haven't seen the episode. I'll keep it in mind. Man, X-Files would be a nice one to go back and rewatch. I was that dorky kid that had I had it for X-Files and The Simpsons. I don't think I had it for any other show. Remember when they used to release the season trivia books? And it was like, I don't know, Budness, I can't remember. That's what I'm wondering. They did say desert omelet, so that's the only thing I can think of that might be out in the desert. They do? Ugh. I just had a Deathclaw. Oh God. Is a baby Deathclaw gonna hatch out of my body like alien style now? Deathclaw eggs in 4? Ugh. They eat eggs too? Did Mel just trick me into eating a baby Deathclaw and it's going to hatch out of my body and kill me in the middle of the game and it's going to be game over? Mel! God damn it, Mel. You had to kill Deathclaw eggs? I didn't remember that. But I feel like we just ate one. Too honest makes the organic and legit phony moments that much sweeter. You got to be honest, bud. Mirelurk's only added in Fallout 3. Really? Interesting. That's Aliens, not Fallout. Yeah, but I feel like Fallout is very... They like their pop culture stuff. The basement with the Deathclaw mom and the gun runners. I barely remember that. The eggs. I don't remember giant eggs in Futurama. Shoot, what was I talking about? Before the Deathclaw eggs comment. Farts. Farts. I lost that train of thought. You end the episode not knowing what was real and what wasn't. It was so damn funny. Oh, X-Files. That's it. Thank you, Tiffy. I had for like seasons, I don't know, 3, 4, and 5 or something like that. Like the unofficial, or maybe it was official, X-Men, start over, Claw. The official or unofficial X-Files companion guide. And it covered like multiple seasons of it. And it had trivia. It had all the episode titles, the guest stars, a synopsis, images from that. And then a bunch of other stuff from like the showrunners and the writers. That was really cool. I liked all that trivia stuff. Do they even do stuff like that these days? You know what is official? You can't speak good. Nerd! Definitely nerd. I had the Simpsons Simpsons Family photo album. I had the... Thank you. Thank you. God, that's a long one. Is that Jay Lang? Jay Lang usually drops that one on DP when he's in the middle of talking. Ayo, have you noticed that DP is getting more and more frustrated with our sound alerts? He just kind of... Budness, how do you feel about that? He just kind of moves past most of them these days. He just kind of talks around them or just doesn't acknowledge them. He's moved on from it, I think. Because I was firing off a lot yesterday and he wasn't really into it. Similar book for Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Yeah, like a lot of those 90s, early 2000s series had the... had those guides. They were pretty cool. I mean, I thought they were cool. That's crazy. I used to jack off to the Simpsons Family album. Nice, dude. Which picture? Probably the one of Marge and like Marge in the boudoir. He does, Ayo. So, you know, that's part of it. You get them feels? What do you mean, Tilly? Which feels? Tangia only take 5%. Tangia's pretty good. I get a decent chunk from Tangia from you goobers. Dropping money over there on cartoon stuff popping up, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I hope you're having fun with it. You also, Claw. No, I know. I saw Scott. 2 peas and 1 sexy pod. Marge was a Playboy centerfold at one time. Like full Marge? Weird. One of your favorite lines comes from that episode? Which one? She was indeed. Did she do full Marge Bush? I would imagine they did. They probably had fun drawing just a bunch of blue bush. That voice, though. I don't think I can get past that voice. Can't get past that voice. Was Marge... Here's a question for chat. Was Marge ever hot to anyone? Maybe when she had her hair down, she had long hair back in like her college days, right? Like when she and Homer met. I could see that. I could see that. What was the line, yes? And which episode was it? Oh, the bowler that Marge nearly had an affair with. Yeah. She grunted. She did that a lot in that episode, didn't she? No bush, it was softcore. Weasel, do you understand the difference there? She was drawn in a 90. Okay, so it wasn't full Marge. Okay. So she's just in a 90. All right. She's no Lois Griffin. Has she been in Playboy? Oh, yes, I love that line. I love that line. All went downhill for DP with Tangy alerts and AO introduced Uwu to the channel. Yeah, I can imagine. Zeke hates that too. What's brunch? It's not exactly breakfast, but not exactly lunch, but comes with a slice of cantaloupe at the end. You don't necessarily get what you'd get at breakfast, but you get a good meal. The other day, we're at church. I'm in the restroom. And in the one stall that they had, one of the dads was in there with his kid. And the kid, as they always do, was just asking questions. I'm sure the dad was standing there like, you are just supposed to be pooping right now. Please poop and finish it and just let's get out of here. And the kid is just like, where are we going next, Dad? And Dad's like, we're going to brunch with some friends of ours. What's brunch? It's kind of like breakfast and not quite lunch. It's just kind of in the middle. And you have just some nice... It's good. You'll like it. You're going to like it. Can we, let's go. Let's wrap it up. Let's go. It was just so funny to sit there and listen to him defining brunch while his kid's pooping on a toilet. I wish he would have done the Simpsons line, though. It's not exactly breakfast and not exactly lunch, but it comes with a slice of cantaloupe at the end. You don't necessarily get what you get at breakfast, but you get a good meal. It's so good. Full Uwu supporter? Try that in Zeke's channel. See how it goes for you. All right. I think we have one more question to ask her. All right, $3 more. $3 more. What's a Canis burger made out of? Our burgers are made of nothing but the choicest select grade A dog. Well, the meat is ground up, made in 1/2 pound patties. They should have called them pound patties. Never gotten breakfast at brunch? They usually have, in my experience, they usually have like a breakfast buffet kind of thing. Like scrambled eggs, they still have bacon and stuff like that. But you also can get a mimosa and a Bloody Mary. So go nuts. To give it that unique smoky flavor, they're slow grilled over dried Brahmin dung. How many of these burgers have we eaten? Okay, none, thankfully. No, thank you. I'm not hungry. I'm about to vomit up a baby Deathclaw. Okay, so I don't think we really got much information from her. We just gave her about $50. Did I really save it as soaking? Oh my god. Full of dog. Full of dog. We want to look around here, though. Who are you? Hey, dude. You're just a trader. Okay. Let's see if we can get in here. Double negative. I've always gotten breakfast at brunch. Oh, you've never... Oh, sorry. Never not gotten breakfast at brunch. Yeah. No, I usually have breakfasty stuff. No, you were fine. I just read it wrong. Brunch is the only time I get food with hollandaise sauce. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Can I not get to the door, please? Her special little eye. Aw. Special little blue-brown eye. I love her blue eye and also her brown eye. Why am I not surprised that you know that, Mr. Scott Evans? What's Scott say? They later had her in penthouse and you could see her full blue butthole. Is that true? Who's this guy? The town is dying. Nice chat, bud. Good chatting with you. I'm guessing these are just rooms back here. Rooms to rent. Excuse me, dude. Thank you. No, you're fine, AO. I read it wrong. You were okay. It's true to me, damn it. It's real to me, damn it. No shelf or anything in here? Oh, locker. Nice. This game sucks, man. There is nothing in any of these lockers, shelves, bookcases. What's up, Vile? Oh, I should probably put this gun away. Should probably put that gun away. I'm so irritated with the lack of stuff. Is that... Why couldn't you go in the door? Just the bed and the chair. Okay. It's beer beef. Wait, what? Beer beef? What is a country fried steak? I know it exists, but what is it? You fry it up in country. It's beer. I thought it was like a lower quality cut of steak, and then fry it up in some kind of grease. Restaurant can do it well. Usually the rest of the dishes are fantastic from that place too. Ribbo. It's beer beef. What is their what's their grease and stuff? That's how these games work. No freebies. You got to earn it. Facade. I remember there being a lot more loot in a lot more places in the first one. Maybe the second one just added a bunch of added a bunch of empty stuff. Didn't know what, Scott, about country fried steak. So Peachy, what did she get? Oh, we went out to eat the other day, sort of. We just grabbed a quick lunch. And she got, it was a kind of a buffet thing, and she got chicken fried tofu, and she doesn't eat meat. And I didn't know how to broach the subject and be like, do you know what that tofu was fried in? Should we talk about it, or should I just let you enjoy your meal? I decided to let her enjoy her meal. Just let that one go. Great place in Austin. Chicken fried steak. Like, chicken fried, yeah. I don't know what country fried is. You think it's just Crisco? Maybe. Bread and fried like fried chicken. Yeah, country fried steak is just, it's fried steak. It's just, I think it can depend what they actually fry it in. Chicken fried isn't really meat, though. But it's in, like, chicken grease. Is it not? Is it not basically like leftover grease from frying up chickens? I've never made chicken fried tofu, so I don't know. Maybe Tilly knows. Looks like fried scrapple. How did they handle the gravy for it? I don't think there was any, because it was a buffet. It wasn't... I don't know if there was any. It was at a Whole Foods, believe it or not. We just went in quick for the buffet. Country fried and chicken fried are the same thing. Okay, so it is chicken based. You can deep fry in vegetable oil, yeah. A fried piece of tofu, yeah. But it said chicken fried. I like white gravy, and you're going to clip that out of context. I do like it on biscuits. I'm trying to think of what else it's good on, like breakfast foods. Heck yeah. For chicken fried steak, yeah, that's good too. So they lied. Yeah. I think it was, I don't know what they did with it, but I think it was country fried, chicken fried, just a pounded flat piece of beef. And fried like any other fried food. But you have to fry it in something. And that something can be a ton of different things. That's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on what they want to fry it in. Chicken marsala? Yeah, but not if you're a vegetarian. Mashed potatoes? It's good. It's good. A good cream gravy is good. A good cream gravy is good. That's my hot take for the day, and I'm sticking with it. The hottest of takes. A good thing is good. Chicken fried is white gravy. Country fried is brown. Is that true? Because I believe it. Brown gravy is usually like beef gravy, right? And white gravy is it chicken, or is it, I guess it doesn't really matter. Country fried steak and chicken marsala completely ignored anything vegetarian talk. Yeah. I know. Who's this guy? Hey, dude. That's an old man. I'm going to leave it here real quick. We're going to take a quick bio break. I'm going to go get some chicken fried gravy. That sounds really good, actually. Sausage gravy I make is white. Nice, Bear Claw. Nice. Oils usually canola, peanut, vegetable oils. Yeah, I don't know what they would have fried it in. It's kind of distressing that they didn't say. Country fried steak at home with bacon grease. That's really good. I like doing that, Vile. I like making an omelet after I've made a pan of bacon, because sometimes you get that bacon grease to grease the pan for the omelet. And that's really tasty. I like that. Such an American discussion. It is, bud. Everything we've talked about today has been American as fuck. Everything. Literally everything. Everything's been very American. I won't speak for any non-Americans because I can't. But if you guys want to speak up, I would love it. Educate us. Teach us. It should be American fried steak, not just country, you know? Whip up a vegan country fried tofu with gravy, but you have to eat it promptly, as with all vegan food. Yeah, it does it weirdly like disintegrates over time, or just loses. Once it loses that good consistency, then it's just like, oof. Also, I don't know if I trust Scott's natural harvested good gravy. You think it's a colloquial thing? It's very...
Start conversations with children by saying something like this.
What grade are you in at school?
Or this.
Have you decided what dessert you're going to have?
I'll be right back.
Get the fuck out of here! Get out of here! Get out of my room! Get out of here, bitch! Get out of here!
Perfect. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no, I can't do anything with that. So this is where I was. It was over here. That was blocked, so I can't go that way. So we're over here. I gotta check over here somewhere, I guess. I don't know.
Pulling out is never right. You always come inside. Pulling out is never right. You always come inside. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom.
Why? Why?
I'm in danger.
Yeah, we all are. Oh, God. What's up, Wax?
Okay, guys. Let me go get this off, and then we'll switch to.
That's a Gollum fried rod. That's Gollum grease. Gollum gravy. Hey, Wax, since we're in the middle of shoutouts, would you like one, bud? We do shout-out clips here, if you would like one. If not, no biggie. And Heltar, if you're here, don't do it until I hear back from Wax. Poor OJA. Everybody say hi to OJA. That's rude. It is difficult. If you do that, if you come into a channel and you try to say hi to everybody, you're gonna miss somebody. You're gonna miss somebody. Everybody say hi, OJA. Did I miss some good clips? Well, I'm waiting to hear back from Wax. I gotta say, one good and bad thing about this house. You gotta do both, Wax. Yes. Nice, Budness. Please do. Heltar has one, I think. No, I don't think his stream lasted long enough to get a clip out of it. It was more of a slideshow. One good and bad thing about this house, anything you make down in the kitchen, it comes up like this, the staircase, and then just lingers at the top of the stairs on the second floor. So right now it smells like bread, freshly baked bread, which is great. But the other day I made a little frozen dinner of shrimps, and the whole upstairs was just shrimp. Just shrimpy shrimp. Blech. Blech. Yeah, the shrimp. Yeah. Let me get a shout out for Wax. Let me see if I can remember how to do it. Nice. Let's see what we get. I don't know, Wax, you tell me. Hey, man. It pulls from any time. We've seen my clips from 3 different places that I lived in, I think. The music was good. Maniac Mansion? Yeah. There you go, Cleve. Cleve? Cleve? Did you miss someone? See, Tilly, you smart. Did you miss someone, Cleve? Thanks, bud. Yeah, I tell you, that's a smart way to do it. Anytime I start tagging people in chat, then I'm like, this is a mistake, because now I'm going to be here for 15 minutes saying hi to everybody. And not because I don't want to, but because I accidentally started with one person. Aerosmith. What do they do? Don't want to miss a thing? There it is. Cleve has a habit of doing that, Wax. Okay. Wait, where's my dang cursor? Nope. See, it's doing that thing. It's doing that thing again. Mel, if you're here, bud, I didn't change the settings. I got to do that. Nice, Budness. Stay strong. You can get away with it in larger streams, but even this one where we have a good amount of people in here today, it's difficult. It's difficult too. Welcome to Rose's Bed and Breakfast. My name is Rose. Wait a minute. I thought you were... Cornelius. Cornelius, what is wrong with you? Cornelius just confused himself with his wife. Thank you, Cleve. That's all I was waiting for, bud. Archers. Hi, Chad. There's so many. That's a good one, Vile. That's a good one. We don't really have like a community name here, though. Somebody went for Clawbots. Somebody went for Clopsters. That's not right. I don't know what we are. The Clawless? No, that's not good. Clawful? That's bad. I don't know. I don't know what we are. We got to get a poll going. My name's Rose. Cornelius, and I run this bed and breakfast. Can I help you? Clawsers? This stream is for Clawsers. Fingers? What? Clawhoovians? Coffee is for Clawsers only. There it is. That's what I was trying to think of. I was like, ABC? Always be Claws? That's not right. If you're on this place, how come it's called Roses? Rose is my wife. Named this place after her. Do you know I'm married? Can I ask you some more questions? Questions? Was I asking you something? Hi, my name's Cornelius. Oh, God, it's going to be one of these guys, huh? Clawsome. I like that one. I'm looking for a gold watch. Holy crap, it's Rod Johnston. Then why don't you ask me that no good Farrell? Maybe he'll sell you the watch he stole from me. Now, if you don't mind, I'm quite busy. I've got to shave the Brahmin. The Clonclave. I like what you're going for. Clontry fried steaks. Where your patients have clawed them. See, it's not... Clonclave makes me laugh, but it also sounds like I have a speech impediment. And it also sounds like it's verging on something inappropriate. The Clonclave. Hold on, we got to... Oh, I thought he put me outside. Why'd you focus on Sulik? Talk to this guy. Hello there, have we met? You need some serious help, old man. What do you do here? I run this motel. Yep, this place would fall apart if it weren't for me. Have you been to the outhouse? Cleanest outhouse you ever been to. That's my doing. What does having a clean outhouse have to do with running this place? It's funny, Budness. It's good. Clown Cave? That's much closer to what we are. Clonclave. You're what? The Clonclave. Aw, Tiffy. I guess it has to be the 15th everywhere, right? I don't know what Amazon's, ooh, that's a good one, Sejiro. I don't know what Amazon's time zone is. Or their limit. Maybe it's got to be noon Pacific. I don't know. But use that Prime, buds, on a favorite streamer near you. All right. Is that the Clarissa song? I'm confusing it with Doug for some dumb reason. It's been a while. Who was the dude that used to climb in her window? All I can remember is Clarissa and Ferguson. I know there was one of her best friends. I don't know if they ever got together or not, but who's her bud that used to climb in the window? Steve? Peter Pan is more accurate, I think. Steve? Was his name Steve? Sam. Wow, wow. The Beats. No, that's Doug. Yeah, Sam. OJ, you mind if I talk to you about the clip used in the shout-out? No lawyer present, of course. Of course not. Steve? Is that Steve? Clean outhouse. Don't go to the ghost farm unless you're tired of living. Okay. All right. Certain words seem to set him off. Rose, room, running. Farrell's my best friend in the whole world. Okay. I hear Grisham is trying to marry off his kids. I wonder if Rose wouldn't mind if I got another wife. Oof. That's weird. No, I know I was. I was trying not to talk about Doug because I was trying to remember the Clarissa theme song, but It's almost there. It's almost there. So we got to find Grisham. Davin is a nice kid. I wonder why he doesn't look anything like his father. Oh God, we're getting the tea here. I was sitting on the toilet one day and a big dog climbed out of the sewer. Scared me half to death. Okay, so we got sewer rats to deal with. Have you tried Rose's omelets? They're delicious. I saw Johnny playing by the well with his dog Laddie. What a nice kid. Good old Laddie. Cleve, go for it. Shannon Woodward from Westworld was in 3 eps of Clarissa. I barely remember the parents. Well, she'll be referred to as Steve's. No. The funniest Steve is still from DP's Iron Face in Space story. And if you know, you know, and if you don't, I advise you to seek it out, because it's the funniest damn Steve. Claw of the Land. Yeah, there you go. Claw of the Land. Let's see what else we got. Okay, are we repeating? Stay away from the chicken coop. Almost lost an arm feeding that thing. Okay, so let's try to go to the chicken coop. Miria is a nice girl. Used to play doctor when she was little. You're freaking me out, old man. The land of the claws. I am the claw. I am the claw. Laddie is a smart dog. I talk to him all the time. Rose's dogs are vicious, but I just throw them some jerky. Shit. We don't have any jerky. And they don't pay me no mind. Clawbreakers is good. Clawbreakers can work. Because it's like Lawbreaker. But also like...
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too damn bad.
What the hell was that, Gulo? It's too bad, chat. I love that Gulo comes in and tests these out. That was Holes? I really got to watch that movie when I'm not in and out of consciousness. See, I like Clawbreaker better than Clawless, because Clawless just sounds like you just got like a nub. Like you got nothing left. There's no claws. You got nothing left. That too damn bad.
All right.
All right. Breaking the claw, breaking the claw. Robo's going to yell at me because I don't know who sings that again. All right, I think we got everything from this guy. Now, oh, Farrell's my best friend in the whole world. We're just cycling through to see if I get anything new. Trying to get a bead on where that watch might be. I think that's it. Oh, Grisham's a nice fellow. He sells us scraps to feed the giant chicken. We got a giant chicken? Obviously, the police sing that song.
Why don't you go back where you come from, Jamaica?
Cleve. Was the other movie that was in? What was the other movie that was in that? Wait, what? Claw-biting citizen double pack? Oh, John Grisham's in this movie game? He is somewhere. We haven't seen him yet. It was, what were we talking about? Oh, Punisher. Right? Because somebody was like, was it Vissy? Who was like, Gerard Butler played the Punisher. And I was like, wait, what? I thought I had missed that pop culture somewhere. Like, what? No. No, he did not. He was in a double pack. All right. So chicken coop, sewers, and dogs. I think that's pretty much it. Questions? Was I asking you something? Hi, my name's Cornelius. Who's Rose? That triggers him, I think. Rose is my wife. She runs the kitchen. You won't find a better meal anywhere else. Rose, she's so beautiful. I'm going to marry her someday. Oh, thought you just said Rose is your wife. Miria's a nice girl. Oof. Oof. My wife. Oof. Did he have any more questions? You need some serious help. You'll help me? That's great. Go beat up Farrell and get my watch back. Probably hit it good, so tear his house apart and look for it. Kill Farrell, get watch back. Got it? I'll be right back. Kill Farrell? Who's going to kill Farrell? He's my best friend. I personally string up the villain who tries to kill Farrell. I accept the job, and I expect payment upon completion. Of course, I'll pay you. As soon as you finish cleaning out the barn, come back and see me. You got it, old man. That was a great chat. That was a great chat. Good talk. That's a good talk. Good talk. Okay. Let's get out of here and, I don't know, talk to... Yes? Okay. Kill Farrell. Will Farrell.